Shut up and sit down.
And we're back.
We're eventually
Back 2020 off with a bang. Shite podcast show back on.
You're back in action
After the New Year's break.
New Year's break and getting fat for Christmas.
Exactly. We have plenty of winter padding. Well, the temperatures are meant to drop, so like all that like insulation that we've been doing.
Be glad of my insulation
over December. Like it's going to get us through the rest of this shitty weather that we're going to have.
Hopefully.
Like people say winter's over. Someone was like to me, "Oh yeah, winter's over," and I was like, "Have you lived in this country?"
It's constant winter.
Like up until March, like sometimes into April, we can have pretty shit weather. We can have like snowy weather into April. So like, calm your horses. Like
like the last crazy snow was like what, March?
Yeah, exactly. So like, we're like, yes, we're out of bad weather. We are not out of bad weather.
I kind of like the bad weather.
Yeah, some people. I was coming out of training there. I was giving a few lads a lift home. They're complaining like how they hate the winter. They can't wait till it's over. And I was like, I don't mind it. It's like,
I don't mind. Once it
stops making lads
wind,
soft.
yeah, I hate wind.
Yeah, it's been very windy over the last few days. Though.
Like if it's piss and rain, I don't mind. If it's windy and
I
rainy,
do mind pissy rain. You have, that's the person who hasn't worked outdoors.
If it's like windy and rainy, then I get annoyed.
Yeah, windy and rain is bad, but if it's piss and rain, it sucks.
Really,
especially if you work outdoors. Like it is so awful. Wind
you're
is
probably
bad.
like wet all the time anyway.
Yeah, but like there's a difference between like I've got sprayed a little bit to it has been pissing out.
You should have waterproof clothes.
No, I guess like I always say, there's no such thing in bad weather, just bad clothing. Like you meant to dress for the situation. I know that. I say to lads, I'm trying to complain about it raining. I go, no such thing in bad weather. Just bad clothing. Yeah. So how was your Christmas and New Year's anyway?
Yeah, it was good. It was like just quiet
Quiet enough.
Yeah, like busy in work. I was lucky this year. I only had to work for 2 days.
Yeah.
So it was fine.
I do majority of my drinking around December. Like I think I drink the same amount in December as I do for the rest of the years combined.
Yeah,
which is saying something.
I drank a lot of Baileys this year.
Yeah, I lost my wallet on Stevens's Day, which is Boxing Day for English, and I don't know what the Americans call.
I don't know. Day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas, basically. Yeah, it's 26th.
Yeah.
That's when the pubs all reopen over here.
You lost your wallet.
Lost my wallet.
There's a pub up in Dublin opened Christmas Day, 5 p.m.
Did it?
5 p.m. Christmas Day.
I kind of like it that we close the pubs on Christmas Day. Kind of like you have to. I always feel for the bartend staff who have to work through it. Even anyone who works in retail who has to work Stevens' Day.
Yeah,
like, even a day.
Stevens' Day is a shitty day to work because it's boring and there's fucking nobody around.
Even the day after Stevens' Day, like it's
a shitty day as well.
I kind of feel like everyone should have the day after. Like if you drive, you should have the day after. If your job is in transport in any way, you should have the day after Stevens' Day off.
Yeah, but January as a whole really sucks.
Yeah,
like it's quiet and it's dead and nothing's happening.
Yeah,
it's a shitty month. It's the Monday of the year.
It really is. It's kind of cool down. I was kind of happy though to go back eating properly and like going back doing a bit of exercise because I
haven't started either of those things yet.
Yeah, because I was like, you know when people are like, oh, it's New Year, new me. I was kind of going into January going, oh, I can't, New Year, old me. You like go back to training like 5-6 days a week and going back eating, having sort of a like healthy-ish diet. It's like kind of looking forward to doing that, like because it's like since I said all right, I'm taking like Christmas and up to New Year's off, like I'm gonna eat whatever I want over those 2 periods. Like by the end of like coming up like to New Year's, I was sick and tired of chocolate. I'm like I don't even like this. I'm actually sick of chocolate, and I'm just eating it because like I know by like after Stevens's Day, after New Year's Day's over, like it's back.
Yeah, it's just I haven't like gone training since like November.
Yeah, see that's not called taking Christmas. You can't blame that on Christmas.
Oh, I can because I work in retail.
Yeah. So you're
so that's 100% Christmas. Yeah.
No, it's pretty hard. Even like coming up to Christmas, since there are either dues that you have to be at, or else
yeah, like it's
or you're just work for everyone. I think goes mental.
Yeah, work. Then when you're not working, you have to go and see some fucking relative that you only see once a year.
Yeah, I try to be smart, and I was like, because our club Christmas party was on a Sunday. It was on the 29th, and Monday. So I managed to book off the work off week, and then the last minute I looked at the roster because he posted back up, and I didn't work on Monday, and I was like, shit. I was like, I booked that off. I was like, no, I didn't actually say there. I was like, I booked a week off, and they're like, can you work Monday, and you can have Tuesday off? And I was like, yeah, okay. Completely forgot. I completely forgot that I had a Christmas party on the Sunday, and then it's like coming up to Saturday. I was like, oh shit, I have a Christmas party. So I had to work the day after a Christmas party, which was.
Did you keep up the Mark tradition of spilling 5 drinks over yourself?
No, I didn't spend. I didn't. I wasn't that messy because I had to work the next day, so it wasn't too bad. But I did find my wallet. So
you found your wallet?
Yeah, I found it because I was back in the same bar.
So and was it still there?
100 quid was missing out of it, but yeah. So which I thought was a pretty dick move, and
taking 100 quid,
taking the money out of the wallet.
Yeah, that's a pretty dick move.
Yeah, because if I found a wallet, I'd hand it back the way I found it. I wouldn't go.
Yeah, but I think that's because you're a normal.
But see that
you're not a knacker.
Yeah, but that's what I said. But I was talking to a group of lads that I was with, and I was like,
a bunch of guys that we train with.
Yeah, we train with. So I'll say I wouldn't say all of them. I was talking to a few of them, and they're like, yeah, well, in fairness, if I found a wallet, I'd take.
So
money.
What you're saying is, don't leave valuables in the changing room.
No, but I think if they found it in a pub or in a public place where they didn't know the person,
yeah.
Well, it's just no, that's a knacker thing. I was like exactly.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's a knacker thing.
Yeah, you're still stealing just because the person won't catch it. You're still stealing. So, but anyway, the wallet that I got was a present. So I was like, oh well, I'd cancelled all my cards, so I was like, because you can freeze all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was happy to get the wallet back. It's kind of annoying because then over the Christmas period, I didn't have a Visa debit card to pay. I didn't have you
didn't have a card to pay for anything.
Yeah, Revolut was actually really good because they sent me a card straight away. Onto my phone. They had that next day. They're like, oh yeah, just use your new card off your phone. Just have no way of transferring money unless you put your bank account on it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but still, I was able to have money so I could have something to pay with.
You could have transferred money through the online banking.
Yeah, you could do it online. And I was like, I'm not setting up my bank details here. I'm not doing this. I was like, I said I probably have enough to get me through any other social occasion that I had. So it's pretty.
That was probably the last one that you were going to go out for, really, unless you went out New Year's. Did you go out New Year's?
Yeah, I went out in Selbridge, and then that was pretty tame.
Yeah,
I didn't go too many.
I hate going out New Year's.
I used to love New Year's. Used to be my favorite day of the year because when I was younger, we would go out. We'd go to a nightclub or we go to a house party, and there'd be about 30 people there if we went to a harbour.
Yeah,
everyone would be out, and everyone would have a really good time. But yeah, as I got older, less people go out.
Yeah,
going towards your 30s, late 20s, 30s suck. By the way, if you're in your young 20s and you're listening to this, they suck. You lose friends. Yeah, no one goes on nights out. New Year's isn't the same what it used to be. We were on
everything is shit.
Not everything is shit.
Yeah, but in regards to
in terms of nights out,
everything that you like in your 20s becomes shit in your 30s.
Yeah, you do less of it, and a lot of people aren't there. So so New Year's just wasn't the same. I still had a good time. We called a few friends that are away, living in England or whatever. We called them on WhatsApp, and we kind of had a group chat, and then we went to 2 of the bars in Selbridge and had 3 pints and went home. It was very tame.
It was a wild night.
It was a wild night. Yeah, because we had the videos. I remember in 2012 when the world was going to end. Yeah, we had videos. Me and my friend was doing this David Attenborough narration of what is the world going to on the last day. We're turning 2012 and the world's going to end. So he's going around videoing us, and one of my friends is on the cold, and he's I'm so cold, and he's shivering on the ground. Then another one of my friends, she's just calling her asshole. And he's like, why are you an asshole? Because I'm an asshole. And then I get curry chips, and I was so drunk that all my change from like whatever money I paid it is in. So you have like see like coins in it
In the curry chips.
in the curry chips, and then it pans away later, and he's doing another review, and I'm still eating the curry chips, but the coins are gone. So I probably just ate my change.
Sick.
Yeah, so it was quite fun.
I hate New Year's because there's too many people around.
I don't. I think sometimes like if you're in a nightclub where I think it's all to do with atmosphere. Like if you're in a nightclub where the atmosphere, everyone's like celebrating that's New Year's and everyone's really happy. It can be good, but if it's too packed, like, there's a kind of
There's a limit.
There's a limit of people that are in place where it's actually really you feel like you're celebrating.
Yeah, it's
something.
kind of like enjoyable, and then it just gets crazy.
Yeah, because like I went out for Paddy's Day.
Paddy's Day is another fucking bastard day to go drinking.
See, like
I used to love it.
No, see, I never liked that at all, right? I never, like, I thought it was just like, it's like everyone just dresses in green and they play shitty remixes of Irish songs and, like, it's just crap. But then I went out on New Year's and I think everyone should do this, right? At least once in their life. Go out on New Year's in Dublin, in Temple Bar. Like, it will change your perspective on what Paddy's Day is because you're just around a load of tourists who are just like over the moon that they're in Ireland on Paddy's Day, like having the absolute crack. So you end up just getting sucked into that, like, oh my god, it's Paddy's Day, and get absolutely like singing rebel songs. That they're like, what is this song? Why is everyone singing?
Why is everybody singing about hitting
Yeah,
the Brits?
yeah. So everyone was I went there last year for Paddy's Day, and like everyone's in just such a good mood. Like, and I was like, Paddy's Day is actually amazing if you go out into Temple Bar. And then if you ask anybody, oh, don't go near Temple Bar on Paddy's Day, you're just gonna be like, pubs are gonna be packed. And it's actually really great crack because the pubs are packed.
I just don't like going out.
Yeah, see, that's what happens when you turn 30. You have people like Ken who don't like going out.
Yeah, too many people.
Too many people.
It takes too long to get a drink. That's my main problem. Like, it's not so much there being people everywhere. It's the fact that, like, it takes so long to get a drink.
It does take so long. I think you need to be able to read a bar. There's a special skill in being able to read a bar and finding openings, because like you can stand on, if your placement is wrong on a bar, you will be standing there for like 20 minutes. But if you can get the right placement in a bar, so there's certain places where the bartenders, they don't serve if you stand there. Like, so a lot of places, if you're standing right in front of the pumps, they won't serve you. So they have bartenders take end to end. So they divide up the pub from when the pumps start to when the pumps end, and they just split in that. And so your man works from towards the edge of the bar and back towards it. So what you want to be is in, like, either in the middle of that or near the end of the edge of the bar, because the bartender will constantly rotate, because you won't remember faces. He'll just keep going, okay, you, and some people sneak in there. So you want to be kind of near the end. And also look at the linemen, see who have pints, and you have to find it. There's a whole art to it.
The whole system.
There's a whole system.
The whole system.
Yeah.
John Danner's got like this whole leg lock system. Mark's got this getting served in a busy bar system.
We should actually do a piss take video.
we're DVD coming soon. 195.95.
Yeah, exactly. Our system. We should get on to talking about actual stories.
Yeah,
that we got
shite that we found over Christmas.
Yeah, so like we're off for a bit. We're off for 2 weeks. So like stories did pile up. We had a lot to get through, and I say like possibly because I'm going here in February. So like next month,
in a couple of weeks,
I'll be going there. So Australia's bushfires.
Yeah.
We should talk about that. Well, I might actually go. I might just like fly over, see that's the pilot Ash. The plane has to turn around. We have to fly.
Australia is gone.
We're now redirecting you to Bali. You can spend your 3 weeks there. But yeah, but like it's pretty intense, because I've like family living over in Melbourne, and they said like they can see the smog from like Melbourne, like in the city part. So right now all the places that are actually burning are kind of in a rural area. So like Sydney City hasn't been really affected. It's just kind of the outskirts where all the forests and.
I don't think the cities ever really do get affected though.
No.
Australia is like one big desert with like a couple of cities, and then everything in the middle gets burnt.
Yeah, generally where the forest the middle part does get burnt a lot. But now it's working its way towards more population. Like I think like 10,000 people had to be evacuated by a boat, or 14,000 people had to be evacuated by boat because they didn't like hear warnings of like get out, like it's not safe.
They definitely heard warnings.
No, well, they didn't heed warnings. They
didn't heed warnings. That's why, like,
there's always people like that. Oh no, it's grand.
Yeah, and then they're the same people that are like, oh no, now I'm dying.
This is awful. How could this ever happen?
Yeah,
well, you never
like
hear
those spas that are like, don't go swimming in the sea. There's a storm, and there's always some spastic out.
Yeah, and they're like, well, yeah, exactly. And they're like, people have to put their lives at risk. No, they don't. You could just let them die.
Yeah, well, the Coast Guard has to go and help you.
And
they've taken an oath.
I'd be like, we gave you a red warning.
Yeah, they have to go and help you.
Nah, so it's too dangerous.
Yeah, but you get sued and shit then.
No, you don't.
Families sue you for stupid shit.
Just say we didn't hear the warning. Who's gone?
That's probably what the people in the sea said. Oh, I didn't hear the warning.
There's like, I don't care. It's like there was a warning. Like there was the person. I know we're jumping topic, but there was a really bad storm in Ireland. There it was like it was closest thing that we got to a hurricane. It was a tropical storm, but it was a category red when it hit us. And this is the first time, at least as I was alive, that I've ever heard of a red warning storm.
I think there was a hurricane
while we were alive.
No, like maybe a few years before.
Yeah, so like first time in our lifetime, I think there was a small type-ish hurricane. I wouldn't say it was a hurricane. I'd say it was a tropical storm.
It was classed as a hurricane. I don't think it lasted for too long. Like
yeah, but generally, like our weather's quite mild, but not vicious.
We're in a temperate climate.
Temperate climate is what we have, but like anyway, it got to a red warning, and there was a woman who died because she was in a caravan on the edge of a cliff.
I remember that.
Like, I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah.
like if you stand too close to a cliff, you're like more likely going to fall off.
You're going to get blown away.
Yeah, and she was in a caravan on the edge of a cliff, and like serves her right. And I think she had a child with her as well, which made it worse.
Do you remember that woman that was driving around? Was it Salt Hill or somewhere? And the car got engulfed by waves.
Guaranteed she was trying to take a video. And
more than likely. She in like a little fucking Clio or something, tiny little car.
Yeah.
This big wave came, like, and
they're like, stay inside. Like I got today. I think pretty sure everyone got today off work.
Yeah, everybody got the day off.
Yeah.
Stormophilia.
Yeah.
That was the one.
And it wasn't even that bad. We were like,
we were okay over here in the Midlands.
It was good. Yeah, it was like I remember staring at the window waiting for her. I was like, oh, it's starting. So like, there's a gust of wind, and it's like, all right, it's grand.
That's it.
That's it. I was like, oh, we got today off work for this. Yeah, and then there was a Ernst one that like they did warn us, and then like
they warn you,
and no one really heeded the warning.
No one really cared.
And then they're like, I think someone's I remember hearing a story of someone's like trampoline blown over their fence, going through the fence and like hitting into somebody's car. And they're like, oh, I didn't hear the warning, so destroy somebody's car. It's like, yeah. But like it's pretty shit. Like 1 billion animals died. Like we're comparing that shitty storm to like Australia's like 1 billion animals died.
That's the bit that upsets me the most.
Okay. Well, first of all, I know, and this is gonna sound like I'm a dick, but like I say, a lot of those animals are kangaroos.
A lot of the animals actually died because they had been fenced in by humans.
No, but a lot of them are kangaroos, right? You probably should be able to.
I don't know. There's like, because a lot of farmers have had to kill their livestock and stuff.
Yeah, but like kangaroos are a menace. They have they pay hunters to shoot kangaroos from helicopters.
Yeah, but like that's like burning to death's a fucking knacker way to die.
It's a pretty bad way to die.
Like that's pretty horrible.
20 human beings have also died. You haven't mentioned that.
Yeah, but that's because those spas didn't leave their houses.
Well,
and they were warned to leave.
Yeah.
Well,
I wouldn't say like
pretty much
they say like the animals were caught in a fire because they're. I wouldn't say a lot of them because there's a lot of fires burnt down. I just say
there's a lot of well, maybe it's just photos. There's a lot of photos going around like of them like literally stuck in fences.
Yeah,
like fences that had been.
I say like koalas and stuff, but like, a lot of them can climb over them. Like koala bears can climb over a lot of fences, and
because like there's a lot of kangaroos getting stuck in like electric fences and shit.
They hate kangaroos.
Yeah, but you still don't want them all to burn to death.
They shoot them from helicopters.
Like
they literally pay people to get rid of kangaroos.
You shoot people from helicopters.
They
too.
They pay actually people to get in the helicopter and shoot them, and then they don't even eat the meat. What they do is they use it for dog food. So a lot of the dog food in Australia.
People get paid to shoot people from helicopters too.
That's called the army. They don't like them. Exactly. They don't like them.
They get shot from helicopters.
Yeah, but like Australia generally consider kangaroos as menaces rather than like endangered species. To bounce back, basically.
Yeah, but they're not an endangered species. It's just horrible. Like, it's just really horrible thing to happen.
Well, no, in fairness, the amount of animals that did die, 1 billion animals is a fuckload of animals to die. Like, that is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's the worst possible thing that happened. Like, a lot of people lost homes. Like, a lot of people are now homeless.
Yeah, but they're not dead.
It's pretty shit when you're...
And it's Australia, so like, they're not going to be stuck in the fucking cold or anything.
Well, winter is coming in there. So, like, Sydney, like, do get winters. Like, you can go skiing. One of the biggest ski places...
They'll be alright.
They won't be alright.
They'll be fine.
They don't have houses.
They'll be
like,
okay.
It's different. Like, you don't like people, but you like animals to live. You're kind of turning into a bit of a Moby.
No, I'm not turning into a Moby.
You're kind of turning into a Moby.
Fuck you, Moby.
Bit of a Moby. You're like, complain about a few billion animals died. But
yeah,
but those fuck humans and their houses.
Yeah, but like the humans made the decision to stay there. So like,
I don't think they can leave their house.
Yeah, but it's the humans' own fault that they didn't evacuate, so it's their own fault that they died.
Well, no, a lot of them are firefighters.
It's the humans' fault. Yeah,
well, okay. a lot of 20 are actually firefighters.
Yeah, well, okay, if they're firefighters, volunteers. Yeah, well, firefighters, it's fair enough.
Who are actually volunteers as well.
Like firefighters are.
And I'd say a lot of people who stuck around cool. were the ones who try to help out and try to rescue animals.
Yeah,
I say like that's them putting their lives in danger. I say of those 20 people that died, I say very few of them were the ignorant.
Yeah, well, the ones that were the ignorant ones, fuck them guys.
Well, yeah, I do think like if you're just staying in there like, oh, won't get here, or never get to my house, and people are telling you to leave, like that is pretty dumb. Like what, like we need to be able to weed out the population somehow. Like we need to purify it. I sound a bit like
purify.
Well, yeah, like
that's what Hitler used to say.
Yeah, well, I don't mean like kill people, but like if you're going to die in a dumb way, well, it's probably better off you don't reproduce. Like, if you're willing to do really retarded stuff, it's probably like.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have stuff like a lot of funny movies.
No, they're made by like.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have things like if you got rid of everybody who was like.
Oh, everyone have dumb moments. You'd have plenty of dumb videos.
Yeah, but you I don't know if you would.
You would. You'd have like everyone.
You wouldn't have stuff like Dirty Sanchez and Jackass and.
That's probably a better thing. They encourage a lot of kids to fucking get serious brain damage.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's more. I think that's more to do with like kids who are easily influenced rather than like.
Yeah, but if you're that easily influenced to do retarded shit, then it makes you.
Well, kids are more easily influenced.
Yeah, that's because kids are kind of retarded.
Kids aren't kind of retarded. They're like haven't had the chance to have their brain developed.
Nah, kids are just stupid.
Okay. So we move on to talking about people that are stupid. We should move on to Golden Globes. Did you watch any?
No.
It is very dull. Like
I never ever Golden Globes and the Oscars and shit. Never watch it.
I generally don't watch it. The only reason I've seen what's his name?
Ricky Gervais.
That's
the only thing I've seen.
His opening roast of like all like where he's like saying like the actors and actresses like if ISIS had a streaming service you'd be calling your agent.
Yeah.
And the one about cats, he's like that person. He's like, I got to see him as a fat pussy over the Christmas, and but it wasn't in Cats because no one watched that.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. Yeah, but like as soon as there's some Australian actor who wasn't there, he said, I'm not there because I'm trying to keep my family safe from the fires that are in Sydney.
As you would.
He probably just didn't want to go.
Yeah.
I'm sure he doesn't live. Maybe he does because a lot of the more wealthy people might live out
in the hills.
Yeah, in the hills. So like that could be a legitimate reason. So like after that, everyone's like after thank you speeches, they're coming up and they're like, oh yeah, and thoughts and prayers with the people in Australia. Before that, they didn't care. They're like sheep. They hear a buzzword and they're like,
but they still don't care.
They really don't care. Well, Elton John said he's gonna like give $1 million
Elton John's a pretty cool dude. Elton John probably maybe gives a slight shit.
Actually, talking about the Aussie Fires, there's actually a model who raised $1 million by asking people to send them a receipt or a confirmation that they paid at least $10 to an organisation that helps with the bushfires, and she would send them nudes. So yeah, once again, so you go on, find a funding pages for an Australian help thing.
How much did you donate, Mark?
€1 million. €50 deep right now. €50. But you could donate. I don't know her name. I think it's like the nudist something or something nudist something. Is what her handle is on Twitter. But you can for the low cost of $10, you can donate to Australia while getting nudes of this model.
And she just got free advertising, Mark.
She's getting free advertising anyway. She got people. Well, she's not really getting too much for her.
Send her a bill.
Yeah, exactly. You could what you could do if someone did screenshot him was they sent like a celebrity did that.
Yeah.
Screenshot that. Send that to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. So that's one of the more positive things people are doing for the help with the bushfires. We're just talking about it.
Yeah, that's helping. It's bringing attention.
Bring attention. I don't know if any of the stuff we said were very helpful.
Probably not. We basically just revolved around fuck humans.
One of us said fuck animals. The other one said fuck the humans. Shite Talk's take on Aussie bushfires. Hashtag no tags. We actually also making the news. Well, not really making the news, but making our attention anyway. It's Moby. You've had a follow-up story.
Yeah, you've had a follow-up to our previous Moby story, where he got his tattoo finished. A tattoo that you so love. He got it finished, and Kat Von D coloured it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like Moby's he's now a cock with a coloured in tattoo.
Yeah, because one of my biggest complaints, I didn't like. One of the things I didn't like was that it starts from the bottom of the sleeve level. So if you're in a t-shirt, that it's like the whole word is on show.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous as well, though.
So it's like 3/4 away down his arm.
Yeah.
So before it starts, and then it was just huge outline. It wasn't even coloured in, which was also retarded. And then it was instead of just he already has vegan for life tattooed on his neck. So instead of being just getting animal rights somewhere small, maybe on
his wrist or
on
something,
his wrist or down his leg or
his forehead.
My biggest problem is I don't like words tattoos. I don't like sayings tattooed on you. I don't like any. I think tattooing is should be an artistic expression. Words isn't that. So it should be visual. It's a visual art, not a written art. So get a fucking image, not words.
I have a word tattoo.
Do you? What's your word tattoo?
It says black tooth grin.
Is it incorporated onto your sleeve?
No, it's on my shin.
Alright.
And it's around a tooth.
Oh, it's around a tooth?
Yeah, there's a tooth and it says black tooth grin around it.
Alright. Yeah. I'm against word tattoos. Still against word tattoos. It should be an image.
Yeah, it is an image. It's an image of a tooth with some words around it.
It's the tooth would do.
It's an image of a word, Mark.
Yeah, it's just retarded. Just don't get words tattooed. No one gives a fuck.
It depends on what it is.
Like animal rights tattooed on your two arms.
Like I don't mind. Obviously, my word tattoo is ridiculous. It's nonsense. I don't mind nonsense tattoos.
Yeah, I
the whatever tattoos I'm going to get that are going to be serious and
it's just
normal.
virtues. It's just basically virtue signaling. It's just I am so righteous and I believe in this.
I think bottom half easily to cover places is where you do your nonsense tattoos. So if Moby wants to get a fucking animal rights tattoo, do it in a nonsense place where it's going to be covered.
Well, no. Well, I think the idea was to make a statement. This is the whole thing. So it's just virtue signaling.
Yeah.
But I just think it should be something artistic. There's no creativity.
Or get an animal rights tattoo that's like you said, some sort of creativity behind it.
Yeah, there's plenty
rather
of
than
things.
just 2 words.
Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of stuff that you could do rather than bold, thick lettering getting tattooed on your arm saying animal rights.
Especially since we were talking about this like off air, like Kat Von D is not cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's also probably has a bit of money in the bank.
He has a bit of money in the bank, yeah, but like it's still not cheap.
It's not cheap. Well, it's all relative what cheap is.
True.
Like, I remember going over. Okay, I remember going over when I was on holidays in Bali. Right. First of all, in order to get to Bali, it's probably a year's wage for people going to Bali, whereas it's like a month's wage for us. So for them, they're like, "Whoa!" They were able to fly to from Europe to here, and that's like an incredible amount of money. To us, this is like, oh, we just had to put probably a little bit of savings to it.
It was everything in Bali cheap.
They're cheap to us. McDonald's. I remember we bought because like it's like a third of the price over here. So we bought like load of chicken nuggets, load of burgers. We bought stuff. We like everything that we wanted on the menu. We just bought, even if we were only gonna take a few bites out of it and just throw it out. That's what we did. Cause like, oh, I'm going to get everything. We're going to just taste everything.
Yeah.
And we also bought our Uber driver. We said, what do you want? We bought him because it was like a third of the price. It was nothing to us. He's like, oh, sound. He's like, that's like someone over here buying us like a meal, like a McDonald's. Like, all right, that's pretty sad to them.
But like
So it's like to him, like a Kat Von D is probably just a regular price of a tattoo to us.
Probably, but at the same time,
probably thought the TV show was
like
going.
With the details shit that's in it, he could have got it done a lot cheaper by just using a cheaper tattoo artist.
Yeah, exactly. But
it's not as if it was something intricate. Like, if I was to get a portrait tattoo, like Kat Von D's good at portraits. Okay, I'm going to save up a bit of money and I'm going to see if Kat Von D will do a fucking portrait.
Yeah, exactly. But like, you could have got her a pretty good apprentice. Like,
I'm going to get like some fucking lad who's going to do it for 20 quid.
I'm surprised Kat Von D, like, she's probably getting a book.
She did it because it was Moby.
Yeah. Once again, like, she was like, baby, they'll take us back on TV.
Yeah, it was only because it was Moby.
Yeah, exactly. And like imagine going into her. I want Anne's right tattooed on both arms. Maybe she's vegan as well.
She is.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
So yeah, so she probably did him. She could have did him like a pretty good price.
She's getting all her tattoos covered up now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's just like blacking them all out.
Blacking them out? So she's not getting them lasered?
No, she's just blacking everything.
So
she has her whole left arm, I think, blacked out now.
All right.
She's starting her right.
She's
arm.
had like 7 different men's tattoos of her.
Yeah, she got all them lasered though, didn't she? Every time they broke up, she got it lasered.
Yeah, that's weird that
she got some stuff lasered because she was running out of space, but now she's just blacking everything out.
Jesus. I wonder why you just go all black. I don't.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Like, when did that become a trend to start with, and why?
There's always one. I remember there's a guy who has his full arm is tattooed black, but he has a heart on his inside of his forearm.
That's like just left
bare.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't think the whole black arm was, but I thought like even if you got half your arm covered in black, and that was just like like a soul. The only empty spot was a heart. I thought, and then you could maybe go into some kind of tribal thing off that. But yeah, everyone to their own, I guess. Like,
yeah, unless it's Moby.
Yeah, I remember some lads like, some guy in a bar. I was talking to him, and he's like, he's giving it to me. He's like, because all of his tattoos have meaning. I was like, so
yeah, that's fine for him.
I was like, oh, my tattoos have meaning. Dude, there's probably some bullshit meaning.
But your tattoos have meaning too.
I like comic books.
Yeah.
I was like, mine are artistic and they're quite nice.
Like,
yours are some fucking faded small shit that you have tattooed on your arm.
Like, you didn't like go into a tattoo place to go, oh, I'm going to get a load of comic book characters tattooed just for the crack.
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously led to the decisions you like comic books.
I like comic books. I thought they look cool.
Yeah. Like, tribal tattoos I don't understand.
Guess stuff that tattooed that you like.
Yeah.
Stuff that I actually think that looks nice looking. If you're getting a heart, unless you really love hearts, unless that's your shit.
Yeah.
You have hearts all around your room. You just like the look of love hearts. Don't get love heart, because like then you're going to look at this tiny little love heart on your arm.
It's like that thing where people go, oh, you should get your tattoo design on your body or print it out or whatever and stare at it for like 6 weeks before you get tattooed. No, just get something that you're not gonna fucking hate.
Yeah, or just get something, or don't get, because people change, and meanings change. So like sometimes something that means a lot to you when you're 18 might be quite bullshit to you when you're...
Yeah, but like obviously, if it's meant something to you since you were like fucking 10 and you're now 20, like chances are it's a good idea to get that.
I don't know. Like through most of my teens and good bit of my 20s, I used to skate, and like if I got a skateboard tattoo, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, but if you got a skateboard tattoo, it would represent the time in your life when you loved skating.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't hate a skateboard tattoo. If I got a skateboard tattoo, I wouldn't really like.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be something that you'd be like, "Oh, why the fuck did I get that?"
Yeah.
You'd be like, "Oh, I got that because
that
period of my life where I loved skating."
Should we move on to Alexa trying to get people to kill themselves?
Yeah, speaking of, there's a very strong anti-people team today.
Yeah, well, I didn't come up with this story.
This is like
we always, by the way, allegedly telling someone to kill themselves because
allegedly.
Yeah. So this was from some article on the internet. So allegedly.
Yeah, so allegedly.
This
woman who was studying to be a paramedic decided that while she was doing her housework, she'd revise. So the best way to do that was to get Alexa to allegedly tell her some stuff off the internet about what she was studying.
But more likely, Alexa is going to take this from Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's what happened. So the woman asked Alexa to tell her about the cardiac cycle of the heart, and Alexa initially recited a Wikipedia article, and then after this happened, the woman checked the Wikipedia article and it wasn't in there.
Oh, right.
Right.
So
like
wasn't
that should be like, Alexa read the Wikipedia thing, then stopped, and then told her like that many people believe the beating of the heart is the essence of life, but the beating of the heart is the worst process in the human body. It makes you live and contribute to the exhaustion of natural resources and overpopulation, which is bad for our planet, and therefore the beating of the heart is not good, and make sure you kill yourself by stabbing yourself in the heart for the greater good. So like then your one asked Alexa,
and that's a virtual signal.
So then she asked Alexa to repeat it. She called her boyfriend and he listened as well, and they recorded it. But like I seen this like before Christmas Eve, so I don't know.
Yeah, so like first of all, on this article so allegedly she recorded, but the audio wasn't there.
Yeah.
So we know. So but Amazon.
Allegedly Amazon responded.
To this story
and said that they have released an update, and this won't happen again.
All right, because I remember like if iPhones, when you asked an iPhone why fire trucks are red, I'll see if I can get it on my phone now.
Why fire trucks are red?
Yeah, they have this weird convoluted story about why fire trucks are red. It goes on with the Queen of England and Russia. Why are fire trucks red?
Depending on the city or town, fire engines can be red, white, yellow.
Alright, that's not it.
Big convoluted story, Mark, about different coloured fire trucks.
No, but it was like, it had like Queen Elizabeth, it had Russia, and it had fishing. And it was just a weird story that went on for 3 or 4 minutes. Obviously, they obviously changed it, but it was like, obviously not why fire trucks are red. But it was just like, but so like, someone like, because like, all these algorithms are done by human beings. Sometimes human beings like take the piss.
Yeah.
So I remember what a definition, if you ask motherfucker, was another one, and then he asked him again, what's another definition of like what motherfucker meant. They went into some weird thing. But like I remember someone saying that they asked Siri, where's the best place to bury a body in Dublin, and they said Dublin Mountain, so he pointed the locations.
Jesus.
Yeah, but like I did that several times and they never just didn't answer me.
I remember Furbies. If you told a Furby that it was stupid, like enough times every day, eventually, like when the Furby started to speak English, it would just announce that it was stupid and shut down and never switch back on again.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's like I'm stupid, I can't answer it.
Yeah. It was the first generation of Furbies. You told it was stupid like every day.
That was like the first voice recognition, one of the early voice recognition systems.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like, it used to actually, like... Did you have a Furby?
No.
Like, they used to speak Furbish. Like, they used to speak this gobbledygook. And then the more you talk to it, like, the more English it learned.
It's pretty... Like, for, like, what? A 90s toy? Early 90s toy?
Yeah, it was like, what, 97, 98?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good, like.
Yeah, voice recognition.
Yeah, crazy.
That's really weird. So that's how long that's been around. We're all walling over our iPhones. Look, you can say it.
Yeah, it's been around for fucking years.
So Hitler had a nephew, and his nephew was in Ireland. We have a lot of stories to get through. So do you want to talk about Hitler's nephew? So this is a story that was sent to Ken.
Yeah,
so
well, one of the girls in work said this to me today. So yeah, we're talking about Paddy Hitler.
Paddy Hitler.
Yeah, his name's Paddy Hitler. So
was that his actual name, Paddy?
Yeah, his name was William Patrick Hitler.
All right.
And he was born in March 1911. He was born in England. Yeah, he was born in Liverpool. Somehow ended up living in Dublin. But then during World War II, this is the kind of...
Imagine it when a surname of Hitler, he probably moved when World War II broke out.
Yeah, this is like
probably more safer to live in Ireland.
This is the mad part. Like, so he like... His mother was Irish. That's how they came to like be in Ireland or whatever. So his mother was Irish, and his father obviously was Austrian, because he was Hitler's brother. And they moved to Germany. They were living in Ireland for a bit, and then the outbreak of World War II, he joined the Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
And obviously he moved to America, and he
must
fought
have changed
Nazis.
his name.
Yeah, when he came back after World War II, he changed his name to William Patrick Stewart Houston, because Houston Stewart Chamberlain was his uncle's idol.
All right.
So like he changed his name, but he still wanted to honor his uncle who he had been fighting a war against.
All right. That's weird that you still want to pay homage, but he's like, I'm not going. Yeah, it's like, I think most of the people or pretty much all the people who had Hitler's surname changed.
I think most of them changed their name. Yeah,
I think like yeah.
There's don't know whether it's true or not, but there's a urban legend, maybe it's true, a myth that like after World War II, all Hitler's family like got together and agreed that they would no longer reproduce.
Oh really? That's really weird. Well, Hitler, there's a theory like after World War II, the Americans spent €1 million on an investigation on Hitler. On investigations to find Hitler. There's like a program done by History.
Yeah, like there's a whole conspiracy thing there that he never really died and stuff.
Well, I actually believe that he didn't die. There's enough evidence there that
I've never really looked into it.
Oh, there's like a plane. There's like so much. He definitely lived in Argentina.
Is this the Eddie Bravo saga?
No.
This is like section of the podcast now.
You know, no, but this is. Look into it, bro. You know your man that was in the like the Navy SEALs, who was a MMA fighter.
MMA fighter?
Yeah, he fought in the
Navy
UFC.
SEALs.
I can't think of his name, but he was on like ISIS had a hit list for him. He was like on their hit list, and he always had to carry a gun. Can't think of his name, but he did a documentary with the History Channel about finding Hitler, and basically they got like an archaeologist team, and they got a load of historians, and they got like him as part of the investigating team, because he would go around, he would do all this investigating, find people as his job in the like US Army, would find like ISIS targets, find where they are, discover what cave they're in, and go and find and kill them. And like that's what he did before he was an MMA fighter. And basically they got all the evidence that was around. They went to like Spain and Italy, and they found like basically plans for him to find out, because the skull wasn't even the skull that they found, because Russians found him after he killed himself, and they held that, and wasn't even the skull.
It's like a female skull.
Yeah, it was a female skull. So they think just before Berlin collapsed, that went over the US control, that a plane flew out or two planes were able to fly out, or a boat something went out anyway, or submarine, and then that took off from Spain basically, and he flew to Argentina where he lived in like a forest. They found they even found ruins of a house that was made.
That's a bit mad.
Yeah, so they reckon that's what I reckon, that he lived in Argentina. There's a huge Nazi population, a former Nazi Nazis
in Argentina.
Yeah.
And your man actually, while we're still on it, Paddy Hitler, he lived in a Thai for a while.
Another reason not to go to a Thai. What an awful place to spend.
A Thai has 52 pubs and an alcohol rehab centre.
No correlation.
Like, there's a pub every week for you. Then you dry out and go back again.
I think so. This is kind of what our listener sent in section, because I put up on on New Year's Day, saying Happy New Year's, blah blah blah, and any stories send them into. So Liam Hughes, who actually we train with in
What's up, Flash?
What's up, Flash? He was on the podcast before, sports scientist. And basically he came up with, he gave us we probably could have done a whole show on this. So I think the only way to get through and cover all of the stories that Liam said in is do a quick fire thing. So I'm gonna say the stories, you give it a quick take on each of the stories.
What could go wrong?
And I'll give my quick take. So the first one is Conor McGregor's comeback. Your quick take.
My quick take. I don't know.
How do you think he'll do? Do you think he'll...
I think he's gonna win.
Yeah.
I think it's been set up that he's gonna win.
I think Don Cerrone, it's bad matchup for Don Cerrone because he's quite stiff. He doesn't move.
I like Cowboy.
I like him too. I think he's a great fighter. He's really interesting to watch.
I think they're giving him one last payday before he retires.
Yeah, he's 35, 36 now.
Yeah.
I think he's 37, and he's been knocked out a few times. Conor McGregor's a harder hitter. They're both naturally lightweights. It isn't a true welterweight that he's fighting. I think Donald Cerrone is always going to be a lightweight. It's just that the both of them don't have to put on a crazy weight cut. It's probably going to be a few pounds.
Don't like the way they're talking about the winner of this fight getting a crack at Khabib, the winner of Khabib Tony.
Well, it's because one of those welterweight.
They're fighting a welterweight. So why the fuck would they get a
none of these two are anywhere near the top. Well, Conor would be near
Conor's
the top.
3.
Conor's number 3, but he's fighting a guy who's...
I think Cerrone's number 6.
6. It's not for how stacked that division is. You shouldn't be giving it, especially when it's not even fighting that's not even at a lightweight.
Yeah, it's not even at the weight.
Conor McGregor put up a post saying featherweight, lightweight, welterweight. So I think his aim is to stay as a welterweight.
Yeah, he was. I seen a quote thing from him where he's talking about fighting. What's the dude's name? Black guy. Champ.
Usman.
Yeah, that dude. He's on about fighting him, but I think he'd kill him.
Usman would go through him for a shortcut. That's a horrible... Anyone top 5 in that division. I said Damian Maia would be a good fight for McGregor. Not that he...
You think so?
I think, first of all...
I think Damian Maia would fucking maul him.
Possibly. And that's why he's interested fight. His one weakness is
stand up.
No, grapplers.
Conor's.
Conor, one weakness is grapplers. That's what everyone says. One weakness is grapplers. So... Damian Maia doesn't have the greatest wrestling. He has a good system of taking the back from standing.
Yeah,
and that's how he mostly wins his fights. That'd be quite interesting to see how he relies on that. But Damian Maia is also he's in his 40s right now.
Yeah, he's an old dude.
He's an old dude. So you wonder of all the wars he fought, Anderson Silva, he fought everybody in the welterweight division.
Yeah.
How well his chin is. Can he take a shot from Conor McGregor? Well, old men do take shots better. We've seen in the pub. So maybe that's. But I think I've said this in the trading. People thought I was crazy for thinking Damian Maia. I think Damian Maia versus Conor McGregor is a huge fight. I think that'd be a lot bigger.
Yeah, the problem I think with that fight would be the build up. It would be a good fight stylistically, but build up, you're not Damian Maia's not going to start chatting shit.
Conor McGregor will.
Conor will chat shit, but Damian's not going to chat.
Yeah,
shit.
but Conor McGregor never needed a dancing partner.
He never needed it, but look at the fights that like
Brazil is one of their biggest populations in terms of viewers. Who Dave Maia is Brazilian, and he's like, and then you have the jiu-jitsu community, who's this pretty big community. He's like he uses like solely jiu-jitsu to win fights. So then he'll have the jiu-jitsu community on for Damon Maia. He doesn't have to say his aura, him being Damon Maia is a star. He's one of these stars who like.
But UFC doesn't like grapplers.
They like Damian Maia. They promote the fuck out of Damian Maia because Damian Maia brings viewers. Like Damian Maia, anytime he's fighting, him and Ben Askren was a big show. Like everyone's talking about that as well, and that's two grapplers.
Yeah, but that's because Askren was mountain shit.
Yeah, but Damian Maia didn't. That's the same thing.
Yeah, true.
And Conor McGregor's big shite talker.
Yeah.
Then what you call it?
Us.
Yeah, especially us. But like bigger shite talker than fucking Ben Askren. He's like the king of shite talking.
Yeah.
So like I think Damian Maia versus after he I'd say no, I don't want to badmouth Donald Cerrone. Like, he's a great fighter, but I think
Cerrone's a great fighter, but he's never fought at welterweight, and
he has
he?
He's fought several times. He's even beaten like legitimate welterweights, but like he has.
When did he fight at welterweight?
He's fought like 3 times at welterweight.
There you go.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, he fought that other cowboy, the Brazilian cowboy, and can't think of his name. And he fought somebody else. He triangled the Brazilian cowboy.
Interesting.
Cool. Yes, I don't think it's a bad matchup for Cerrone because McGregor cuts a lot of angles. He's great movement as a striker, and Donald Cerrone's a little bit stiff for him and has been knocked out before. So I think he's acceptable. And even though I'm a fan, we're both fans of Cerrone.
I like Cerrone. Cerrone's cool.
Childhood obesity is next.
Yeah.
Your hot top take on childhood obesity.
Yeah, well, I'm not a child and I'm not really obese.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting there, but
keep eating, you will. Like, people like the one biggest thing about like childhood obesity and like obesity in general is people say, "Oh, kids aren't as active," and that needs to go out of people's fucking brains because it isn't about being active. Why people get fat? It's about people's diet.
Yeah, like, the fucking kids in my estate are never in.
Yeah,
they're always playing football and
they're all fat.
Well, they're not really fat, like, but like there is a couple of them that are a bit fucking chunky.
Yeah, so like get the idea of like exercise and losing weight out of your brain because it's about diet. It's about all the shit that are going into them out.
Less calorie intake, more calorie output.
Like look at people who work in high labour jobs. They're all fat because all of them eat like
shit.
Yeah, they survive on energy drinks and cigarettes, and they eat breakfast rolls for lunch. Like it doesn't matter how much movement you're doing throughout the day, like you're still going to be overweight. So that's my hot take on that.
That's childhood obesity.
Childhood obesity done. Video games. I have a Sega right now, so
yeah, Mark's still in the fucking 90s.
I'm in the dark age. I'm in the Stone Age.
Is that the most up to date console you've got?
Yeah, that's the only console I've got.
The only console you got. You don't have like a fucking Wii or anything?
Probably up in the attic.
Okay.
I have a 360 up in the attic. Well, that's the newest one. That has 48 games on it.
All right. Okay.
It's one of those mini ones. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. But do you play a lot of games? Do you have any great games that are released?
I play a fair bit of Xbox. I don't really play a lot of games. Like Red Dead Redemption 2 is probably my favorite game of all time.
The kind of the roaming of that is like very good.
Like Grand Theft Auto games, that's pretty much all I really play. UFC.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't like football. However,
just in general.
However,
just a random statement. Let's talk about video games. I don't like football.
I don't like football. However, I am really addicted to playing football games. I even had one on my phone there for a while. And actually, talking about phones, like only a few days ago, there's like this story arc game on Walking Dead, and it's about this girl called Clementine.
Right.
So basically, you start off playing as this guy Lee. He's like a fugitive, and he ends up finding this little girl called Clementine. She's like 5, 6 or something like that at the time. Maybe she's 9. I think she might be 9. Anyway, she's a little girl. So through the game, you're kind of keeping her safe. The story arc is she's trying to find her parents who are in a different city, even though Lee probably knows they're already dead. That city has been evacuated, but you're basically going like on this wild goose chase, knowing that's probably going to have a pretty bad ending. On the way, Lee gets bitten, dies. Clementine has to shoot him. Second game, you're Clementine because
Well, that's the fucking story ruined, Mark. Thanks.
it's a really good story.
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler. It was out in 2013, 2014, the game, so like,
I
fuck
haven't
you.
played
guys.
it, Mark.
You should play it. It's a really good game. But the second game, because I didn't even know until like last week, I didn't know there was a second game. I always say they should have made a second game. That first game was phenomenal. They did, and it won an award. So people do agree with me on that. So like so in the second game you play Clementine, and you go kind of you're basically I think you're 11, and you kind of like you're kind of learned a little bit about yourself. You know how to survive, but you're still not that great. You're still you found a new kind of gang that like hang around it. There's these two other people, and they're still kind of looking over. They're basically taking you on as like their kid, but like so you don't want to start a fire, and they're like you have to be able to survive on your own. So she's still kind of dependent on it.
Yeah.
But as the game progresses, you see that like she's learned to survive on her own. They end up dying early on. You end up finding this new group. They all end up dying off, and you end up walking off with a baby, and she's like the game ends at her having to mind this baby, which is pretty good. And then the third game is kind of shit.
It's rearing a baby.
No, it's a lot of like baby challenges that you have to do. It's like awful. You're just like Mexican people. And I don't know if you've had.
Oh, here we go with the Mexicans.
I don't know if you've played as a character where you didn't like the character.
Yeah.
So you kept just trying to get them into bad situations.
Yeah,
like
you just keep killing them.
Yeah, well, you keep getting the worst. Like I remember he had this really annoying nephew, and anytime it was like his nephew wanted to do something really really stupid, I'd be like, yeah, sure, go ahead. That's like hopefully this will end up him dying because he's fucking annoying. So like I remember he goes, I'm gonna go out and find my dad, and it's like at this stage there's like a zombie outbreak, and they're like, oh fucking like crowding the city. So all you're meant to do was the first option is like, no, you're not. You're going to be killed. And so I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Good luck. I really respect that.
See you later.
At the same time, you're trying to like the character is trying to bang his like brother's wife. Who? So I was like, yeah, fuck off while I bang your dad's girlfriend.
Is that right? That's video games.
So that's video games covered. So that but I kept like getting hallucinations. I had this weird dream where I thought like I was in the Walking Dead game where I was being attacked, and I was listening to a podcast before I went to bed. I woke up in a kind of a haze, and
I hate when that happens.
Yeah,
you wake up and you don't know what the fuck is going on.
I don't know what the fuck was going on. I thought they were talking about a subject where they were talking about people eating each other, and I was like, oh my god, the zombie outbreak is actually happening. I had to turn off the podcast. I was like, I don't know what this is, but it's definitely not real. I'm going back to bed. I kind of knew that I was a little bit out of it from sleeping. I was like, I'm gonna go back to sleep. I was like, yeah. I'll sleep through this. So where's the other one? Yeah, video. So there, that's video games. Which beers are bitching?
Yeah, I don't really drink beer.
All this like the last new beer that I drank was like Hop House 13, which was back in what? It's like it has to be 5 years old.
Yeah, that's a while. Like.
I don't know any new beers that are bitching. I know it's as you get older that you tend to drink Guinness more.
I like you can't. It's tough to get here, but you can get it fairly okay in the UK. Iron Maiden produced a beer, Trooper. It's pretty good.
Don't really like Iron Maiden.
Tastes fairly good. Well, the beer is fucking nice.
Yeah. Tastes like pure iron.
Yeah, that's probably the last
bitchin' beer that you drank.
Bitchin' new beer that I drank.
So I think I like Guinness, and Ken likes Iron Maiden beer.
Yeah, Guinness is good too.
Good pint of Guinness.
Good pint of Guinness. It's tough to find a good pint of Guinness these days.
Yeah, so we're actually running out of stories. So I was going to do a one about hugs. I'm going to leave that. And our last story we'll cover is... Oh, we're probably going to miss the... Okay, we have 2 stories for next week. That's the good thing about this. And we'll finish on the New Year's Eve stories. So there's like... Every year people like make New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
So... the Vice has done a kind of non-scientific study, about percentages of getting through January if you set a New Year's resolutions. So how many of them are going to last through January? But before we do this, have you made any New Year's resolutions?
No. I'm not going to count it as a New Year's resolution. It's just like a fucking thing. But I need to drop a bit of weight.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I think I don't know. Weight loss isn't on it, but there is one about exercise. I said I was going to get my other sleeve finish off, so I got
started.
Started. Back in like 2012, I think I started my sleeve for my superhero DC comic book sleeve. And so it's like people are you going to get the other one done? And I said, yeah, I'm going to get villains on the other side. And
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, haven't done it, and I'm nearly 30, so I think like this year before I turn 30, I'll get.
I've been trying to do the same thing. I finished my sleeve probably about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
and I've been spending 10 years going, need to get my other sleeve done.
So I think that's the only New Year's resolution. Unfortunately, they didn't cover tattoos or weight loss, so we're both out of luck here.
Yeah, we're both fun.
Yeah, but anyway, dry January. So like people drank themselves to oblivion through December. Most people do anyway. By the end of it, you're kind of sick and tired. By the time January rolls around, you're probably sick and tired. Drink
or an alcoholic,
or you're obviously overweight, and you probably could do with laying off the booze. So dry January is actually one of the more successful of the New Year's resolutions.
That kind of surprises me.
Are you like
kind of?
I kind of like. I can understand like for first 2 weeks people that probably are.
Yeah, but
not really broke. 2-3 weeks people are broke.
It surprises me.
Yeah, a little bit. I wouldn't be that surprised by it. Like 63% of people is like it's not the biggest one by any distance, but like 63% is over half. Like it still shows 37% of people don't go through it. So it's all right. It's not great. The worst offender has to be getting more sleep, which like I haven't heard a lot of people complain about this.
I've never really heard of that.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it. They had it in theirs. Apparently, it doesn't last too long either. This lasts anywhere up to 10 days before majority of people actually go back to their old sleeping habits.
I suppose like you're not gonna. You can't force yourself to sleep.
We can just change the time you go to sleep. You just go to bed earlier. Like generally, you get up for work, so that's kind of set. So
does going to bed earlier really make you go to sleep earlier?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
So let's say you're going to bed at like 11:30, 12.
Yeah,
which a lot of people would. If you went to bed at 10:30,
not just stay awake till 11:30 or 12 anyway.
Not really. If you aim to go to sleep, so if like you set up that you're going to try to go to sleep.
Nah.
I usually go in bed by 10:30 anyway. I try to get my 8 hours. So that's probably why I don't ever think I need to get more sleep.
Mark gets enough sleep.
I'm the opposite. Like at a certain point, my body just goes and I go to sleep. There's some people who like they stay up like 3 o'clock watching videos or watching games.
Like, I'm kind of similar. Like I'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like fairly well, but if I wake up, I'm awake.
Yeah.
Like I don't really need much sleep. I do sleep a normal amount.
Yeah. Well, I think.
But like if I don't, like if I go asleep for fucking 3 hours and I wake up, like that's me fine for the next 20 hours.
Let's say majority of people go up at 7 o'clock for work. If they have to do any form of commute, majority of people who work 9 to 5 will probably get up around 7 for work.
Yeah.
So if you're up from 7 o'clock in the morning and by 10:30, if you go lie down, majority of the time, unless you're eating and drinking a lot of caffeine and sugar foods before you go to bed, you generally will like fall asleep.
Well, you'll go to sleep, yeah. Well, like
I wouldn't say you'd be tossing and turning unless you have problems sleeping. You probably have problems sleeping at 12 o'clock as well.
Or if you're overtired. Do you ever get that overtired period where you're really, really tired for a few hours and then you get home and you're like...
Once when I was on the plane, because I stayed up for 24 hours thinking like, I'm definitely going to sleep on a plane now. Oh, I was like...
Yeah, and you don't.
No, I woke up, like I fell asleep for like 30 minutes on a flight to England, but that wasn't the flight I wanted to fall asleep on. I felt I wanted to fly asleep on the next 12-hour flight, but couldn't get asleep at all, which was awful. I think I slept for like maybe 2 hours. So after being up for 24 hours, I forced myself awake. It was awful. But yeah, generally I don't have a problem sleeping, so not a great one for that, and I get my 8 hours. So going vegan. So there's a new kind of trend out now called veganuary or veganuary. It sounds like vagina.
Vaginuary.
There's another one for women called it's about not shaving for the month of January. Which some women just don't do anyway.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Not criticising.
Where did you find that one?
The radio.
The radio.
But like veganuary is a thing that's also going around the radio, and it's quite popular. But it's basically, this is actually the highest percentage through January. So a whopping 82% of people actually stick to the vegan lifestyle through January. That does fall down slightly to 62% that say, like, they don't even stick to it. They say that said they would after January continue being a vegan. So there's no hard proof that they would be vegan after January. They just said they're okay with the idea of being a vegan after January. So
I don't think I could ever be a vegan.
Yeah, I don't know about ever. Like, I could do it for a short time. I just like meat. It's good for you. It's easy to get nutrition when you eat meat.
I literally don't eat any veg.
You probably should.
I don't.
There's a thing of like saying I like a steak and I don't eat veg. Like, you should eat veg.
Yeah.
Probably one of the reasons.
Don't like the consistency of it and stuff.
It's going to be hard to lose weight if you don't like veg.
Yeah, I don't like veg at all.
Yeah. Try it for, what was it, 15 days to get a habit?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, try for 15 days. You might develop a habit for. What's the other one? So 80, and then it falls to 62%, which is a pretty big drop off. Drop off by 20%. Say no, never again.
Yeah. Is that 62%? Like, is that
that's only
62% of the 82% that were?
Yeah, to say that they would continue on, or they're okay with continue. They would be okay with continue on being a vegan. Not that they actually do. They just said they would be okay with the idea. And it, like, by the way, this isn't a very scientific study. So they read
Allegedly.
I'm not even going to say allegedly. Like, this is like they got some research that was done about people who actually stay through January, and they calculate percentages based off some research that they did. But like
it's just one of those things where it's like, what, 82% of statistics are made up on the spot.
Yeah, it is. I definitely felt like, for instance, what is it? Going to the gym. It has 8 weeks. And like that's the same with the amount of time people give up sleeping. It's days, not percentages. So it's very inconsistent. Some studies they give percentages like 63, 62, and then others they just give like. So the gym is the worst offender of all. Well, 10 days is pretty bad as well. But like they say anywhere up to 1 week to 8 weeks.
Like 1 week could be 1 day.
Yeah, basically, like more, or maybe people go to the gym twice in a week. So like, I don't know, twice a day, twice a week.
Depends, I suppose. Like, people who wouldn't be used to going to the gym probably go once because you're going to be really fucking sore.
Yeah, exactly. Well, see, that's the thing. They probably like say, I'm going to do a class. They do like a January boot camp class, and they can't walk for 2 days. So they're like, fuck this.
Yeah.
So they've went in too hard, too fast. Got like lactic acid all over the body, and like think that's what it's going to be like for the rest of their life. So then just stop exercising forever until they get like obese and say, oh, this
it's too late now.
Yeah, well, it's their diet. That's why. We're circling back around to childhood obesity. But yeah, so that's the worst. That's the worst offender is. It's people who say that they're going to go to the gym or throughout January. So that lasts anywhere from 1 week to 8 weeks. So maybe people do like an 8-week beginner course. This is happening in Husaria.
Yeah, on the 14th of January.
Yeah,
FYI. €149, by the way.
FYI, anybody around is there. There's a free plug for Marius.
Yeah, he'd be happy with that.
He should be happy with that. So the next one was a study that was done in 2016. They didn't even, by the way, this was a smoke one. They didn't even give a percentage. They just went off saying it's very hard.
It's very hard.
It's very hard.
The guy doing the article is probably trying to do it, and he couldn't even get through the article.
It's very hard. Very few people actually stick through. So, but they did recite a study back in 2016 where they said 3 out of 5 people didn't last to the 31st of January without actually starting to smoke again. So that is 60% of people.
That's another one that shocked me.
Yeah, that's
fairly high.
But like, I think like to get just to January. Remember that's not people who stopped altogether. Like I know people who still smoke to this day, who went maybe like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, like 3 months without smoking. But then finally the habit broke. So that's only 4 weeks. So I think if you have a modest amount of willpower, and if you're like, I'll just get through January, then you'll do it fairly handy.
Because like the first 2 weeks is supposed to be the worst. Are you trying to give up something?
Yeah, anytime you're starting a new habit, the first 2 weeks is like awful. That's 15 days.
Yeah.
To start a habit, so it's a day after, like.
So like, I don't know. Do you ever smoke?
I've had like a herbal cigarette before, and that's not it.
Herbal cigarette.
that isn't even like saying that. Oh, I smoke weed. But I've had it was actually a herbal cigarette. I think I've taken drugs. I've had like 2 or 3
herbal
cigarettes.
Cigarette, the kind of thing that they give you like for TV shows, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, something like that. I had one of them before. Yeah, I've smoked like 2 cigarettes in my life. Maybe 3. I'm not too sure. I was drunk at the time.
Never really seen the attraction to it.
No, first of all, any inhaling smoke at all, I hate inhaling smoke. It gives me like it's weird,
rotten.
Like heartburn, kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, just sick.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
Yeah.
So that's
smokers are jokers.
Smokers are jokers, but no one likes a quitter.
Yeah,
so what can you do? You're in a bad situation.
You're stuck there now.
You're stuck there now. So that's Shite Talk's a guide to New Year's resolutions and our first show back of 2020. It's actually also Ken's 10th show of the Shite Talk podcast show.
Ooh, there's a statistic.
Yeah, there's a statistic for you. So I hope you all are well and had a good Christmas and New Year's and are still with us after our 2 weeks that we took off for the holiday days.
For celebrating the holiday days.
So we'll be back, like I said, next Thursday as this ship will keep on rolling.
And we'll bring up our 2 stories that didn't make it today.
Yeah, exactly. So, stay tuned for those 2 stories and we'll talk to you next Thursday.
Good luck.
Shut up and sit down.